Hi everybody, and welcome to week 1 in review. What I usually do for each week is I do a video to review some of the issues I see happening with the grading from the previous week, and then I also go over the assignments for the upcoming week and try to point out some of the pitfalls in the past of students with the assignments. So it behooves you to look at these to see where you're missing points, as well as what to look for the upcoming week. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So since we didn't have a previous week, I won't be reviewing that, but let's look at week 1. Okay, so in your left-hand column, you will see each week listed, and if you click on that week, you will see what is required of you for the week. So you got welcome to week 1, you got your reading assignment. So for this week, your reading assignment is chapter 1, your career in healthcare, and chapter 2, current healthcare systems and trends. Your discussion questions for the week will be based on your reading each week. So for week 1, your first response, they're asking chapter 1 discussions thinking like a professional. In your own words, what does it mean to think like a healthcare professional? Now what they mean by that is they want you to say in your own words, based on what you've read in the book, what thinking like a healthcare professional means to you. Make sure that you still cite this information because you're still utilizing information from the book. Even though you're putting it in your words, you're using somebody else's research, writing, or information to make your point. List several examples of what thinking like a healthcare professional is. And in your reading, there is a paragraph that's titled Think Like a Healthcare Professional, and it will list several examples. So list several examples of that and tell me in your own words, based on what you read, what that means to you. Then think of a time where you encountered someone or something unprofessional in the healthcare arena. If you haven't experienced anything in the healthcare arena and it might be outside of that, that's okay. Go ahead and share that as well. But try to think of a time where you encountered somebody or something that was unprofessional, and then while maintaining the privacy, share that experience with the class in your discussion post. And then the second response is Review Table 2-1, pages 39 through 45, the history of healthcare. After reviewing the historical events of healthcare, which 3 events do you feel were 1, most beneficial to the healthcare industry of today, and then what event do you feel that are most beneficial to the patients? And then what are some of the current healthcare trends that the book points out or you've seen? Again, I need to see that you're reading and that you're understanding what you're reading, so I need something from the book as well as what you want to provide in your discussion. Okay. Again, you must post at least 4 separate posts on 3 separate days. So that means, and that's to get a good. We just went over the rubric in the welcome video, but I'll go over it one more time. And then if you want an excellent, you must go above and beyond the required number of posts. That means at least 5 or more posts on 3 separate days. And so if you want to know what you're being graded on, if you go up to the start here, go to the discussion rubric, and you will see the different categories and what it requires to get a grade of an excellent, and what point scale is associated with an excellent, and then what's associated with getting a good, and a point scale, and then what's associated with getting a fair to a poor, and the point scale. Alright, so back to week 1. So answer those 2 questions and then give me your response to your fellow students, as well as my responses to your discussion posts, because what I'll do is I'll read your discussion posts. If I see that you're on track, I'll let you know that, hey, you're doing a great job, this is exactly what I'm looking for. If you're not on track, then I will try to redirect you so that you are getting the information that you need and providing the information you need to pass that. Okay? You have a written assignment that is due, but it's called a week 1 written assignment because you should be working on it during week 1 this week, and then submitting it to the OWL, the online writing lab, by the end of the week so that they can review it, make their suggestions. Once you receive the email back from them with their suggestions, incorporate those suggestions into your final draft, and then on week 2 you will actually upload your final draft for me to grade. And I will be looking at whether you incorporated the suggested changes from the online writing lab. So you must submit your assignment to the online writing lab, and I have a video posted in the announcement section on how to find the link to the OWL and submit your paper to the OWL. So if you have any problems with that after you view the video, then please contact me via email or give me a call, and I can try to walk you through it. The key to the OWL, though, is you need to save it into a .doc format in a Word document for them to be able to view it and see it. So make sure that you are doing it in Word and that you're saving it in a .doc format. If you are working on this class with a laptop or a tablet or a phone and you're trying to do it on the app, you're going to have a lot of difficulty because you do have to write papers, and it's very difficult, if not impossible, to do that on a phone or not so much on the tablet, but it's harder. So everybody signed the agreement when they enrolled that they would have a computer and internet, so it behooves you to have that to complete this course and your future courses. Anyway, so first you will visit the OWL via your organization on the home page. If for some reason you do not show the online OWL, notify your instructor, me, ASAP. Second, review pages 32 through 34 of your text, but feel free to use outside resources if you need to. Choose a problem in your own life that you would like to work on and apply the 5 steps of the problem-solving process, which are listed on pages 32 through 34 in your text. I suggest one short paragraph for each of the 5 steps. Third, send your completed assignment to the online writing lab. Wait for the review of your assignment from the online writing lab. They'll send you an email back with your paper and your form, your submission form. Once you get that email back, immediately forward that to me. I will put it into your file, so when I grade, I know that you did submit it and that you did or did not incorporate it into your final draft. Fifth, students must submit proof that they submitted their assignment, which is when you forward the email to me. You can submit emails received back. 6, using the review suggestions from the OWL online writing lab, make any necessary or suggested changes to your assignment and submit your assignment via the Dropbox that shows you how, and you can see how to do that. I've included a video in the announcements on how to do that as well, in case you can't figure it out, but this is it right here. Ignore that. It's in the week 2 portion of submit your paper. But there's also a video if you need it. Alright, so that's your written paper. Make sure that you include all 5 steps. And then each week you have a quiz. So once you go in, let's say week 1 quiz, you can only enter this test once. This test covers information from chapters 1 and 2. The test is 15 questions and you have 2 hours to complete it. Do not submit the test until you have completely finished. It is not possible to accidentally submit your test because it takes 2 steps to submit it. Once you have submitted it, you will not be able to enter it again. So make sure that you're looking at the questions. If you get confused, move on to the next one and go back. And you have 2 hours to complete it. So take your time. It's an open book test. There's no reason to miss any answers on that. I apologize. And extra credit. If you join the Kaiser Live session, that will be happening every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and participate while you're in the class, you'll automatically get 0.5 points for each session that you attend and participate in. If you cannot attend the live session, then go ahead and review the recorded session, and then write up a summary of 100 words to tell me specifically what I spoke about during the lecture, and then submit that through this area right here. Go into extra credit. So save your paper on your computer and remember where you saved it, and go up to the left hand corner, and then you will scroll down, hit browse my computer, go to wherever you saved your document, and then you'll see that it attached the file. Once you know that it's attached and it's the correct file, go ahead and hit submit. Alright, so that's the extra credit. Now, 0.5 points doesn't sound like a lot. However, if you're attending all 4 courses or sessions and you're submitting your summary, you can earn up to 2%. And I had people in my last term who were sitting right on the edge of an A or a B, and they would have gotten a B without their extra credit, but because they attended and they had enough points, it pushed them over the 90% point, and they got an A even though they earned a B. So it behooves you to attend the class or to submit your summary. And again, it must be 100 to 200 word summary with specific examples about what I discussed during the lecture. Okay, so that's it for week 1, and then next week I'll review some of the grading issues I experienced with week 1, and then we'll talk about what's coming up in week 2. If you have any questions in the meantime, please contact me, and I will answer your question. Have a good week.